Welcome back to Arise 360, Walking in Confidence, Faith and Perseverance. Our next guest is using her voice to transform the lives of others.
That is right. She's empowering the masses through her organization, Endless Voice Productions, and has stopped by to grace the Arise 360 studio. Please welcome Sheryl Hatwood. Hello. How are you, Cheryl?
I'm fine, thank you.
So nice to have you join us here today.
It's great to be here.
Yeah, and I love what we were talking about, your organization, Endless Voice, and everything you guys are doing. Why was it important for you to start this organization?
Well, I believe that a lot of people have issues that they silence, and the voice is very important to portray what is personal to someone. And endless, the voice is endless in how it's portrayed. A voice can be how you draw, how you dance, how you sing. So it's an endless interpretation of voice, so hence the name Endless Voice.
Yeah. And your past deals with some really hard-hitting things like molestation and domestic violence. When did you reach your breaking point?
I think I had many breaking points, and it's just, when did I have a realization? I think that what I was doing wasn't working, and I had to find another avenue of, or there's something greater than myself. That was always instilled in me, but I never pursued. And I think once I reached that realization, that was my breaking point. There was just so much negativity and so much, I had the wrong people around me. I was making bad choices, and you know, the common denominator to all situations was myself. So it couldn't be the outward external circumstances. That's when you have to start looking and say, well, there's got to be something that I'm not doing right. There's something I can change in myself.
Well, I mean, it got so bad at one point after losing your boyfriend, becoming a single mother, that you actually attempted suicide.
I sure did.
Talk to us about that, and you know, how you overcame that so you wouldn't do it again.
Well, I have a strong family support, and the suicide was because I was at the end of myself. And when I became at the end of myself, and after the days of hospitalization, that's where God began in my life. That's when I started to, everything that was imparted in me when I was younger was at the forefront. There's got to be some truth in what my parents have always instilled in me, what some friends that I've gone to know. My whole circle of friends became very secular focused, and there was no spiritual side of me. The spiritual side of me was dead. So that had to be revived, and that's when I started to realize and see who I really was as a person. And when that happens, that's when the change can begin.
Yeah. And you've spoken about your spirituality a few times. How important would you say having a strong spiritual background is when life hands you lemons, so to speak?
Very important. It's very important because you have to believe in something greater than yourself. If you don't, then I think you're falsely living. And I call the higher being God, and He has worked wonders in my life. I've let go and allowed Him to, you know, work through, see who I am, and I understand that there's God in every one of us. And when I understood that, I knew that since God is in me, I have greatness in me, and I can turn my life around. He's given me all the tools. I just have to access.
Now, I don't want to skip over this too quickly, because there may be other people out there going through the same situation that you once went through, where they're, you know, contemplating suicide, where they're going through domestic violence situations. What are the steps, besides, you know, finding that spirituality, what are the steps to getting to the other side and pulling yourself out of that dark valley to even want to get help?
Well, the healing process is probably different for most, but I think that you have to surround yourself with the right people for once. You have to decide that you want to change and change. I did not go through a special program for like drug abuse. I didn't go to suicide help. I didn't do anything. My key purpose was to find somewhere to ground myself, and my grounding was in the Word of God, and my grounding was in, you know, my parents reinforcing that, you know, I am worth something, and I had to, because I was just beaten down. I was, you know,
you've forgotten that you were worth something.
I forgot I was worth something. So once I came to that, because once you realize who you are, you can then start to achieve things. And I was just emptied. So I think you need some time to reflect on your journey, where you've been, what could you have done differently, and how you need a really good support group around you, whether it be your family, friends, a professional group, whatever, but you have to make the connection, that the rest of you is going to die.
Absolutely. Now, you speak about reflecting on your own personal journey. The Wounded Soul is your theatrical debut.
Yes.
What inspired you to put out your personal experiences on a public forum? I mean, it sounds crazy, but amazing nonetheless.
Yes. So actually, it was, I wanted to, I did some productions in my church, and it was, I enjoyed seeing words become life, and I also enjoyed teaching lessons. So that's how the Endless Voice production, because within the productions I did the dance and incorporated the music and whatnot. And that's when I decided, okay, I wanted another forum to evangelize. And we have like Sight and Sound in Pennsylvania, and they do really great productions, but not always relatable.
Right.
So I wanted to relate to personal experiences, so people could say, okay, this has happened to me, and this is how she overcame. So I think that I lost my train of thought. But I think that my reason to do the story was it healed me, and it gave my past less power, and it didn't define me anymore, because I think, you know, my friends that I had, they really thought, you know, my life was always perfect. I had it together, but once you understand the struggle, you'll understand more who I am. And the story was to help someone else. I went through this to help somebody else. It's not all for me. So that's what I hope to get with the Wounded Soul. This is my story.
Sure you're helping a lot of those around you in your own circle as well, because I know you like to say you have your strong sister circle around you. What are the benefits of having that sister circle to collaborate on projects with?
Well, it's great because we all can celebrate our successes, and we can all strengthen each other when we're weak. Sometimes women have the tendency to pretend that, you know, we're okay, and we nurture and make sure everybody else is okay. And yeah, I have friends that even when I say I'm okay, they know I'm not.
Real friends.
Real friends, real friends. And they'll tell me to either snap out of it, they'll give me the word, but they don't allow me to sit in my self-pity, and they'll always remind me of who I am and, you know, God's word, and, you know, we stand together. I have a strong, solid group of friends.
That is amazing. Yes. So strong.
Yes.
You'll be honoring them with a dinner. Tell me more about a Women's Worth Awards dinner.
Well, the Women's Worth Awards is now a sold-out event. It's the first annual.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And how that came about, it evolved from the testimonies I received after doing the Wounded Soul at the theaters. And I was so humbled by the people coming to me to tell me their stories. And I was like, God, how can I honor them? There's got to be some way I can honor them. So I laid in bed, and I got revelation. I woke my husband up at 2:30 in the morning. He's been with me through this crazy journey. He's awesome. And I said, I got it. This is what I'm going to do. Blah, 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 blah. So we prayed, and I formulated it into a plan, and it has been seamless. So I want to honor women and recognize women who've overcome their challenges and reaching back to help somebody else, giving back to the community. So that's what the whole spirit of the awards is.
That's
paying it forward.
Yeah.
Paying it forward.
Like it.
Yes.
Now, although it's sold out, if people still want to contribute or donate to the cause, to the Endless Voice Productions, is there a way for people to still donate?
Yes, they can go to endlessvoiceproductions.com and just click on the donation and the support. There's one that says support and one says donations. Because I have two different sites, so one for the Women's Awards and one for Endless, but either one will support that cause.
Amazing. Thank you so much for joining us and sharing your inspirational story. You are a beacon of light.
Thank you for having me.
Make those lemons into lemonade.
That's right. That's right.
I love it.
All right, Beyonce stan. And we have a lot more still to come on Arise Entertainment 360. Stick around. Thank you so much. You're awesome.